today's video is to introduce something known as Python Turtle. If you've done Scratch a couple of times and you're looking for the next challenge, but you feel overwhelmed by the idea of a real programming language, which Python is, absolutely, and it's definitely probably the easiest to learn. Turtle kind of makes that step across just that little bit easier because the output is graphical straight away rather than dealing with a whole wall of text and getting your head around that. So let's take a look at the Python Turtle and see how you go from there, shall we? Right, so the first thing you need is Python installed on your computer. So if you do not have it, please go to python.org, download and install Python. When you have Python up and running, look for the idle program. It looks like this. So if I go to my start menu and go down to P for Python, and there's idle. All right. If you find yourself in a black screen like this, then you've ended up in the wrong place. Just type exit with an open and close a set of parentheses. All right, you want the one that is idle. All right, and you make sure you're using Python version 3 point something. All right, so from this screen, go to File, New File. And so now this is where we will type our code and we will see our results in the screen here. So we want to use this thing called Turtle. And so the first command we actually need to type is from Turtle import star. And what this does is it says there's a whole bunch of other code elsewhere available as part of Python called Turtle. I want to bring it all into this program so I can just use it and not have to write it all myself. So that's what we're doing. We are importing this library known as Python. So how about we start by, well, very first program is we could do something very exciting and just draw a dot, shall we? Just to see what we're looking at here. So if I go to File, go to Run Module, Save, and I'll just dump this on my desktop for now. Exercise 1. All right, we will get a screen load up. And there's my turtle in the middle. And I'll get a whole bunch of errors here, bad arguments. Why am I getting bad arguments? Because I gave 2 arguments, and this should only need 1. All right, now you can't actually even see the dot because it's covered by the turtle. So the turtle is the little funny shape there in the middle. All right, let's draw a square. And so all we need to do is say we want to move forward a distance, and then we want to turn left or right. So let's move left, and we want to turn 90 degrees. Let's move forward again, another 100. Move left, another 90. Forward, one more 100. Left, another 90. Forget my rounding bracket, closing bracket. One more forward. Okay. Run the module, and there we have it. We have a square. Now, so a few little things to point out. So we're moving forward 100. This is 100 pixels, so it's based upon the size of your screen, and you can see the default size that we're dealing with here is, I have written it down somewhere. It's roughly 800 by 800? I have a way to find out later on. But in any case, it might vary depending upon the size of the screen on your computer system anyway. And this is the turtle, and we can see at the moment it's pointing down. So it starts by moving across. Okay, and then we turned left, and then we move forward, then we turn left, and then we move forward, then we turn left and move forward. But we didn't turn left at the end, so if I stick another left 90 here, we'll see next time that I run it that it is facing the original direction. Okay, so it's facing this way again. So when it begins, the starting point is always in the center, okay, and it is facing to the right. Now the coordinate system of Turtle, I have a slide here that shows it. It uses the Cartesian plane. So the very center is 0, 0, and we use X and Y coordinates. X values increase as we move to the right, go negative as we move to the left of center, Our y value increases positive as we go up from center and goes negative as we increase down from center. So with that, we can position ourselves wherever we want and draw whatever might interest us. So at the very top here, I could put in go to, and let's go to 100. Let's go to 0, 0. And this is going to cause a problem straight away. It's going to cause two problems, so let's just quickly see what they are. Oh, yeah. All right, so first of all, I didn't do what I was expecting because I said go to 0, 0, and like I just finished telling you, 0, 0 is the center of the screen. I was going to try and make it jump over here. So let's do that. Let's go to negative 400, and see if that is anywhere near that top left corner. And I did that again wrong because negative y is down, not up. I get my coordinate systems mixed up because different programs do it differently. I'm used to coding in Pygame. So first of all, we can see that it's drawn the square off the edge of the screen because we moved all the way up to this position and then drew across and then said turn left, and so it did it, but it's gone off screen. If I scroll my screen up, we can resize it, we can see that the square is actually there. And it's drawn this big ugly line to get there, which we may or may not want. So we can say up to say lift the pen. Okay, so up for pen up, and then down for pen down after we've made our move. And so now it won't draw the go-to, it'll just draw the square when we've told it to put the pen down. So already we're drawing a few different shapes. Let's make this just 300 so that the thing actually appears on the screen. Okay, and there's a square. Fantastic. So you might imagine in the same respect that we have forward and left, we also have backward and we have right. So I could, let's copy and paste this entire square. And I'm going to stick a comment here, square 2. So anything with starting with the hash is a comment, and so you can put whatever text you want there and it won't matter. And I'm going to turn these lefts into rights. Can you imagine what this is going to do now? There we go, two squares next to each other. So the first square was all these left turns, and then we went forward and turned right, forward, turn right, forward, turn right, forward, turn right. And so we can build all this up and make whatever we want. What other commands am I going to quickly show you in this video? Instead of jumping all the way to a full X and Y, maybe you only want to change, let's just change the X value. So let's move X over into this quadrant. Alright, so move the pen. So I'm going to say up, so I don't draw it. And instead of having to say go to, because if I only want to change one value, I can just say set the X, and let's move it to 100. Alright, so it's inside that other quadrant. Put the pen down again. It'll draw our second one over here. Okay, and the midpoint is roughly here. And what else? We can also change the heading. So we can say set heading, and I'm going to make this -45 just to show you what this is going to do. So we draw our first one, and now we have a diamond. So -45 has said, okay, because we were facing this way, facing the right, -45 brings us down. Positive angle would rotate counterclockwise, negative angle rotates clockwise. So I've drawn a little diamond there, and now I'm still facing -45, which I need to keep in mind then for the next thing that I draw. I need to change the way I'm facing. Once I'm all done with this though, I can just say go home at the end, and what will that do? You might be able to predict. draw my square, draw my diamond, and it will take me home and face the original way again. But I still need to put the pen up and then pen down at the end. Alright, so that will probably do it for video number 1. Have a go, see what you can create, and I look forward to seeing it. This is Mr. Baumgarten signing off.